Well, people looking for help to shed the kilos have a new weapon at their disposal thanks to another weight loss drug that's been approved for use in Australia. Sold as Mounjaro, the injectable diabetes drug can now be prescribed by a doctor for people who are overweight.
It follows in the success of the popular weight loss drug Ozempic, but just how effective are they and what do you need to know before taking them? For more, we're joined by Sunrise GP, Dr Ginny Mansberg. Great to have you with us. Let's start with this new drug, Mounjaro. How does it work? What is it?
So all these skinny jabs kind of mimic a protein that is released by your guts to tell your brain, hey, you're full, you've had plenty, you don't need to eat anymore. So this one takes the same peptide that is actually in Ozempic and Wegovy and then adds a second peptide, GIP, as well. Together, what it looks like is it's slightly more effective with slightly fewer side effects, except for on your wallet at $600 a month. That is no laughing matter.
And you can't claim it.
No, well, you can from private health, but it's not on the PBS. And some people, you've got to check with your health fund. Some people are only getting like $10 back a month.
OK, because they can vary differently, can they? All the different weight loss drugs with prices.
Yeah, absolutely. And so you've got some that are the daily injections. You've got some like Ozempic's not that bad at the moment. I think you can get it for around $250 a month. It's still steep. But like $600 a month, when all studies show that if you go off it and you haven't changed your diet and exercise as you're meant to do when you go on this stuff, it all comes back on and then some. Okay. So you it's like Hotel California. You can never leave. $600 a month indefinitely. Like, you don't really think about that.
Huge, yeah.
So who is this for? How do they get it? And is it readily available?
No, it's not readily available. It feels like Aussies just cannot get enough skinny jabs. However many we bring into the country, we need more. So it's just the issue is running out. You can get it if you have a body mass index of 30 and over. So if you remember, that is your weight in kilos divided by your height in metres squared. And if you actually have that, or if you have a BMI of 27 plus a weight-related condition, you can ask for it from your GP.
I didn't think we were using BMI anymore.
So BMI is problematic because it is missing people. I think everybody talks about the fact that it puts all weight together, muscle and fat and bone, and so you can have all of these superstar athletic people who are actually getting called obese. They're not the problem. The problem is the people who seem to not be obese, but if you looked at their body fat proportion, it actually is quite high and they're quite unhealthy. The problem is it's just so cheap and it's so easy to do. It's very accurate and it's 80% accurate.
How do you do your body fat?
Oh, so that's an expensive DEXA scan. Like, it feels like everything that is...
So I can't work out my body fat?
You can't work out your body fat without actually going to have a DEXA scan. But one proxy for that is actually looking at your waist to hip ratio. So we've actually got some new recommendations around actually measuring your waist at your skinniest part and then measuring your hips at your biggest part. We used to say, the World Health Organization said that they should be about the same or that the waist should be slightly smaller. Now the new European Association for the Study of Obesity is saying 50%. It should be 50%. Your waist to your hip.
50% of your hips. Or you could just like get that roll bit and measure that.
Well, there is the caliper test, the skin folds test. That used to be a thing,
The thing about that is that subcutaneous fat, like on your legs and your arms, even those tucked-up lady arms, they're not metabolically unhealthy. It's all the fat that goes in the middle.
That bit.
That's the stuff that's...
Or you could just breathe in a lot. OK, thanks, Ginny.
Just suck it in, that's right. Thank you, Ginny.
We'll sit up straight.